It's the Daybreak show live today, and it's going to be the Daybreak walk. I'm excited about it. Good morning, everybody. Those of you that are joining me, I decided to come out to the farm. I live right near a farm, and this is the 1-year anniversary of, ooh, look at that, walnuts, black walnuts. The 1-year anniversary of my concept of relationship fasting was born right here on this farm, right here, 1 year ago. It was exciting. I remember coming up with that idea and exploring it. It is going to be a book, ebook, booklet. Oh, where am I going to go today? So I'm going to get a couple miles out on the farm today. Have the Vortex coffee right here. And we'll figure out what path I'm going to take. What new path I'm going to find. There's always new paths here that the farmers are mowing. This was the farm. there was a dude out here. God, you guys remember this last year? There was a dude out here, right in this field, right here, doing yoga in his underwear, just like had briefs on. It's crazy. It was insane. It's a very hot day. I think it was in the summertime. Get a sip of my coffee here. It's one of the last working farms outside of Philadelphia. Oh, you know what? I forgot to get my push-ups in. This is what I do. For those of you that have never seen me do this, I walk on at the farm, and it rained a little bit overnight. It's really, really foggy. The sun is just coming up, but you can't see anything, really. It's very foggy. And this particular farm has trails, and you're going in and out of the woods a lot. So the little contract I have with myself is when I go through the woods and come out into a clearing, I do 10 push-ups. And there's probably close to 10 places where it goes in and out of the woods. And it's a very wet day today, and I'm going to get really, really wet here. But you know what? I have a washer and a dryer. Like, for instance, here we go. Can you see that? It's going to be really mushy here. Very mushy. I'm walking over logs and quicksand and tar pits and woolly mammoths. And I've got the phone on a pole right now, so I'm not really extending my arm, which is kind of good. Let me get a sip of my coffee. Nice. Push-ups will be coming soon. So last year I came up with the idea of relationship fasting right here. And that was the concept that's based upon this. Distance doesn't have to be, all right, hold on. It's getting funky here. Hold on, let me just show you what I'm walking through. All right. If the camera hits the ground, then you know I tripped. All right, better. Relationship fasting is like intermittent fasting, eating in a window of time, within a specified window of time. And that helps you appreciate your food versus just always pigging out all the time or eating when you're supposed to eat, right? A lot of people, more black walnuts coming down. See these things? Black walnuts right here. Now, I am in a clearing, which only means one thing: wet push-ups. So indulge me for a second as I do my push-ups here. All right, let me just set this up, put my coffee down. 10 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When I get to 100, I don't pump them off so quickly. So they're growing. Over here, you're seeing more hardy crops here. Your cabbages and things that start getting harvested in the fall. Let me adjust this. I hope this is just a pole with an extension on it, so I hope it's not too bouncy for you. It's not a true what's the word? A true gimbal. All right, so let's see. Here's another path. This sign is new. No dumping. Either that means people were dumping things here, or means no taking a dump. Now you can see, look at this. See? People were just dumping clippings and stuff here. I will stop in a little bit to do a little Q&A. But distance ignites desire. That could be distance time-wise or distance miles-wise. And in intermittent fasting, you appreciate food, because you're not always glomming all the time. You build up the desire, and you actually enjoy your food more. Another clearing. You know what that means. Again, here we have more what I would call fall crops. So that means I have to do some push-ups. Let me get to first of all, it's all wet anyways. I'm going to be soaking wet. My feet are already soaked. It was rainy last night, and the fog isn't even burning off yet. Not yet. Beautiful morning walk. I got up this morning. You're going to think I'm crazy. I got enough sleep. I woke up. Pat Campbell, it was funny, he was replying to me on Twitter. Oh, look at this. I wonder what this crop is. See that? And this is a deer fence, this really tall fence. It's a 8-foot fence. This farm has animals across the street, and on this side has, what am I doing? Has only crops. All right. I wasn't going to try to get away with no push-ups. Coffee down. 10 push-ups. Make sure I have my keys. I do. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do a Q&A. Oh my God, do I have a super chat? We will. You know what? It would be like spiritual health. That would be like doing like Stations of the Cross. Every time I come into a clearing, say a prayer for somebody. That could be a cool thing to do. A cool ritual. Now I'm going down a hill here, so can you see this? And it looks like this path has been kind of eaten up by some rain, and the stream is just barely flowing right now. Let me cross over this. Very good. If I wasn't recording, I would probably walk upstream and downstream and look for critters. You can see this. It like pools over there, and over there there's a nice little pool, which means that there's all kinds of cool critters just to look at. Or if I was going to go fishing, I would get critters for bait. Gotta watch my step here. I'm gonna end up on my hiney. All right, this is the part that's usually flooded out right here. And I sunk halfway to my knees in this area, but not today. Another clearing. And it looks like they did not plant anything in this field this year. But it is a clearing, which means only one thing. Let me find a place to prop the phone, and then we'll do our push-ups. Relationship fasting. Distance ignites desire. Distance in miles, distance in time. And you do appreciate each other more rather than just always being on each other's cases. And I don't care how Christian you are, how beautiful your relationship is. You know what? Sometimes it's nice to take a little break, and it helps you appreciate the person. It's actually being a responsible lover, as far as I'm concerned. All right, let's prop this up against a tree and see if it'll hold. It doesn't look like it's gonna work, but that's life. All right, if that falls, that'll be all right. So let's do 10 right now. 1. All right. We're doing good today. You know, rather than trying to pump out like 100 push-ups, this makes more sense. Like 100 push-ups at once, which I can't do. Can you believe I'm 4 miles outside of Philly? You wouldn't think that. Usually when I come out here a little bit earlier, there's deer here. They're just standing here going, what is this guy doing walking through here with this rectangular light thing that he's holding? All kinds of paths going through here. Let's just see. Let's see what this is. I love discovering paths. This might lead to nowhere. I'm wiping my face because I keep walking. Spider webs are constantly hitting me in the face. And that's okay. Now, I've never gone down this trail before. It doesn't look like it was, it's not really worn in. See? The only issue with this trail is that those of you that are hikers know that Pennsylvania is a very rocky state, and it really helps to have ankle high hiking boots on. And I've never been down this path, and I don't know where it's going. I have no clue. Absolutely no clue. But that's okay. And if you don't have like ankle high hiking boots on, you can twist an ankle so easily in Pennsylvania. Those of you that know PA, you know that to be true. It can be pretty wicked. I only have like trail running shoes on. Can you see? Hold on. Let me balance myself. Can you see these? Just trail runners. And they're low cut, so more spider webs. It looks like there's a clearing up here, although I can't really tell. Yeah, you could easily twist an ankle here. So, but I don't walk as fast with the ankle-high hiking boots on. I don't know if it just looks like it ends at someone's property. Here is, it looks like a bamboo grove. Look at that. How cool is that? And like a creepy doghouse. That's trippy. I'm waiting for like the hounds of hell to come flying out of there at any moment. Why would they put a doghouse there? I will answer questions when I actually stop and get back to my truck. All right, so it does end on private property, which I'm not going to go on because I do want to respect property rights. And you never know how how enthusiastic people are about their land. Yeah, so if I had a gimbal with an extension, you wouldn't see the steps that I'm taking. You wouldn't see the bounciness. But this is literally, I should show you this thing that I made. I rigged it up. It's a snow scraper with an extendable pole. You know, you twist it and it extends like another 2.5, 3 feet. And it's got a foam handle halfway down and a rubber handle at the end. So the snow scraper broke off years ago. And I knew I would use the pole for something eventually. So I put a 1/4-inch bolt on the end of it, and I have a tripod adapter, a 1/4-inch thread. See the deer? Can you see the deer just looking at me? Like, what's going on? It's okay. You don't have to be scared. Oh, there goes Peter Cottontail. It's okay. Well, good morning. Good morning. I hope you guys are having a good day today. Did you see them? They're probably just hiding in the... You know what I think? I think they actually recognized my voice because I would talk to them. I'm very gentle with the animals. Where are they? They're hiding, I know. I know their little lair is in here somewhere. And it's like, what? Who is that guy? We remember him. There they are. Hi, boys. Can you see them? Can you see them in the woods? Hello, good morning. Good morning. Have a good day. They're so curious. It's amazing. And when they get to know you in your voice and your scent, it's just very unthreatening. I'm like Dr. Dolittle. I talk to the animals. Okay. What a beautiful day. The sun is just coming up, but there's no way you can see it at all. At all. The fog is so thick today. I had the fog lights on in the truck. If I didn't have the fog lights, I couldn't see 10 feet in front of me. So the deer are out here during the night grazing, obviously, and then they go back into the woods where they spend their days away from people, happily prancing around and laying down. And I see yarrow here. See the yellow flowers? That's called yarrow. And look at this grass, which you you can actually buy that in garden centers, ornamental grass. I just love how it grows wild here. Chamomile. How many of you could go in the wilderness and survive by picking plants, roots, berries, nuts? How many of you can do that? That's quite a skill. I learned that many, many years ago, where I could survive anywhere. Honeysuckle. This is pretty untouched here, except for this path that the farmer mows. The little blue flowers, that's flax. They're like a bluish purple. They're just, it's a very hypnotic blue. If you take flax seed, just like flax seed that you buy in the store, and plant it, you get the most incredible flowers. They're very delicate, and the blue is just, it's like a blue you've never seen before. It's incredible. Let me take another sip of my coffee. Ah, that's nice. It's cool how the farmer does this here. And I guess the deal was that it would be preserved land if he did this. And I think that's pretty cool. Rather than turning it into a housing development like every other cornfield, which drives me a little crazy. Honeysuckle, right there. Let me get a little whiff. It always smells better in the evenings. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. Beautiful. That's God's cologne, God's fragrance. Ah, another spider web across my nose. Look at this. You know what these are, right? Right? Come on, you agricultural people. Right? Crab apples. See? You don't see many crab apple trees anymore. Oops, just banged myself in the head. And they put a butterfly garden in here, which is really cool. Appreciate that. And if you like dried flower arrangements, look at these things here. Look how magnificent these are. You could create, if you had like a tall basket, you could put some of the dried ornamental grasses and those things, whatever those things are, in there. That would be kind of cool. All right, what do we got going here? I'm taking paths that I've never taken before. So bear with me as I'm on a discovery just like you are. Yeah, I got up at 3:08 this morning. Yes, that's crazy. Pat Campbell said he gets up at 2:58. He went to bed at 10:30. You guys know Pat Campbell, right? Talk radio host in Tulsa. Another stream. And there is a little stream up here that I always like to experience. Right here. And I always see all kinds of critters in here. All kinds. if they don't get washed away or washed downstream. Excellent. So, this natural habitat. Let's see, who lives here? We have raccoons, foxes, squirrels, frogs, snakes, possums, blue heron, crayfish, minnows, pollywogs, baby frogs, of course. What else? All kinds of interesting little creatures. And you can tell it rained. This stream isn't usually like this. I hear a cardinal chirping. Hi, chirpy, chirpy. So this would be about knee deep right here. And I can see the minnows and the crayfish in there. Excellent. We'll just keep this show going. Yeah, 1 year ago, relationship fasting was formed here based upon the eating style of intermittent fasting, where you eat during a 8-hour window of time, 6-hour window of time, and do whatever you want, pretty much. So intermittent fasting is based upon the, oh, look at how nice this is. They got these bird houses every, what, maybe 20 yards. That's kind of cool. And I see a martin house. You guys know what martins are? If you see these bird houses that look like hotels, those are called martin houses. Okay, this is a white honeysuckle. Let's get a whiff. Beautiful. It's a magnificent day. I can actually hear the traffic from the highway. It's so funny having a working farm right near a highway like this. It's crazy. You would think I'd be hearing like cows and roosters, but that's on the other side of the street. See, that's a martin house. Can you see that? Big bird house right there. And it's got 15 holes in it because they breed like an extended family. So the concept of relationship fasting is based upon my idea that, and it's proven, that distance ignites desire. So when you don't see each other, and I'm not talking about having a long distance relationship, that is not recommended. Let me switch arms here. So I'm getting a little fatigued. There we go, that's better. Distance ignites desire. Not seeing each other for a while. For instance, being away from each other is not a bad thing. It actually can be a good thing, because what it does, it helps focus and balance your world. And when you do see each other, you appreciate each other. Two things happened. I have a friend whose husband is an airline pilot. And you know what? Doesn't look like there's anything growing here, so we're gonna walk right through here. Where does that lead to? No, I'm not gonna go down that road. I'm not gonna go down that road. Not yet. And he'd be away for a while, and when he came back, they spent time together, cooked dinner, maybe go to a bed and breakfast, do activities together. And at the end of the 3 days, he's back up in the air. I have a client who works for an airlines, and the gentleman is a flight attendant. And again, he does international flights from the States to Europe and is gone for several days at a time. And I said, my question was, what kind of effect does that have on a marriage? And he said, his exact words, it saved my marriage. Wow. So that just got me thinking that people who smother each other day in, day out, have to be around each other because of insecurity. It's not love. Take my word for it. It's not love. It's insecurity. Actually helps a relationship. Now, everyone's different. Everyone's DNA is different. So I believe that each couple, look at these purple flowers. What are they? Look at these. Look how magnificent this is. Can you see that? Aren't they beautiful? I don't even know what they are, but the rest of them are dried up. It's getting a little bit brighter now. Obviously, the fog isn't quite burning off yet. It probably won't until about 9 o'clock. I only did, 30 push-ups? I still have 70 to go. But I'm walking a lot out in the open, which is good, which means I'm not that wet. My feet are absolutely soaking wet. Drenched. That's okay. So here we have cabbage, green beans, kale. What else is in there? That's what it looks like we have growing in there. And the low crops are, it looks like there's a row of soy right there. You guys like pumpkin spice anything? Believe it or not, I have pumpkin spice creamer in my coffee today. Here we go. We have, those are morning glories that are opening up. Very beautiful. I love that blue. Is almost like the flax flowers. It's almost hypnotic. Absolutely gorgeous. Can you hear the rumble of traffic? That's the only thing I don't like about this area, is the rumble, constant rumble of traffic. Drives me a little crazy. So it looks like this fence got plowed over or something. Look at that. That's easy for deer to get into. They got to do a little hop, but it doesn't look like the corn is ravaged too much. You can see that fog, man. It is very, very foggy here. It's actually foggier now than when I got here. It's lighter, but it's lighter out because of the sun coming up, but it's definitely foggier. Now that is a new fence. right there. And I find that interesting because I used to walk around here all the time without that path right there. And I think I will go around it. That's what I will do. And there is a place, like a little wetland-ish area, where there are cattails that if you pull them up, there is a white root. Cattails have a white root. These berries, do not eat them. You will get very, very sick. There's a white root at the bottom of a cattail, about 6 inches below the ground. And it looks like a white carrot. And it should be crispy and not bendy, like it should snap. And you can eat it raw. Look at that beautiful bird right there, just sitting alone. Hey there, fella. And these are the cattails right here. And it tastes a little bit minty. A cattail root tastes a little bit minty. These are cattails right here. And that's a very wet ground underneath there. It would get very wet by going in there. Let's see if I still have my keys on me. I do. Good. That way I don't have to do this walk again. Now let's see. Good. Got my license. Make sure nothing dropped out of my pocket. These pants that I'm wearing, the pockets are not real deep, so a lot of times I will wear like a little pouch kind of thing, fanny pack, pouchy kind of thing, just to put keys and stuff in. And usually when I'm out here, it's still dark. If you don't look, you miss details. Don't just be looking like this. Just don't be like looking around like this all the time. Look down and around. Look in between things. There's animals looking up at you as you're walking. There's little eyes in there looking up at me right now, wondering, who is that? Wait a minute, that's our friend. Well, I like it when I get here before everybody else. And there's a couple other vehicles here. So that's cool. Let me get into the truck. Hold on. Take this off of the pole. And we'll continue when I get into the truck. Hold on. Put the coffee down. Let me see if I can put this up on the windshield. And that way I can... Hold on 1 second. There we go. Great. Now I can actually see who's here. Let me just wipe my glasses off. That was a good walk. I still have to do my push-ups. Nature. Okay. Who is with us today? Wow. Well, there we go. I don't drink lemon water only because I don't want the sugar in my system in the morning. What I do is I get up every morning and I have a big glass of like 16 ounces, literally like a full bottle of water in a pint glass. And I just down that literally the first thing when I wake up. And then I make the coffee, and then I'm usually doing the show. All right, what else? I do need another 10 push-ups. I do. All right. McMahon says, love your content, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. The truck is a Toyota Tacoma. That's what it is. Extended cab. So it's got kind of like a, it's not the full seat in the back. It's got 4 doors, but the 2 back doors are the suicide doors that open up. It's decent. All right. So hang with me as I drive back. How's that sound? We'll have a little chat as we're driving. Does that sound good? And I can't talk while I'm driving. Or I can talk, but I can't read while I'm driving. But that was a nice little walk. Good way to start the day. And it was different than sitting in the cozy nook doing the Daybreak show. And who knows, maybe every Friday I will do a Daybreak show live. Let me get out of here. I will maybe do a Daybreak show live from a different place every Friday, who knows. I used to do the Daybreak show from the beach in Florida, and you've seen some of those episodes before, and they were always wonderful. Now there's traffic, and this is the morning commuter traffic. And this is a 25-mile-an-hour road. Now the farm that has all the flowers and the animals is across the street over here. I see just tons of zinnias there. And that's where I get my honey at. Literally my honey, not my woman, my honey. I get local honey. And it's the only place around here where I can get the local honey. Yield to oncoming traffic. Okay, that I did. I have my fog lights on right now. Traffic is kicking up. Look at this, man. Bumper to bumper. All these at this intersection. I feel my beard is wet just from the fog. It's weird. I am growing a full beard back, and I will trim it before I go to Orlando to the 21 convention, which if you haven't gotten tickets for it, if you can't afford the full thing, first of all, before October 1st, I think it's buy one, get one, like bring a friend for free. And then also, if you use my link, you get a partial scholarship. So that's kind of cool. There's a detour here because there's a sinkhole. And in this area of Philadelphia where I live, there's a lot of sinkholes. Now I'm hitting bumper to bumper right now. This, I should just be flying right through here. Bumper to bumper to bumper. But it's kind of cool having a farm just a couple miles from the house. And it will take me, believe it or not, just to drive 2 miles in this traffic is going to take me 20 minutes. So I don't want I don't want you to have to fight traffic with me, so I'm going to say have a great day, and I will see you Monday. Oh, real quick, I did upload a video prior to this morning called Easing the Pain of Breakup or of Relationship Loss. Take a look at that. That can really save a life, enrich a life of someone who has gone through a breakup or a divorce. If you know anyone who is going through something, please forward that video to them. It's called Relationship Loss, Easing the Pain. And it's the video right before this. I uploaded it this morning. And that was from a talk that I gave about a year ago that is so relevant to people who are going through difficulty. So yes, I'm growing the full beard for the 21 convention because I enjoy having a different, every time I do a tour, speaking tour, a podcast tour, I like to have a different style beard. Sometimes it's just a goatee, sometimes it's a very close beard. This one's going to be a little more substantial. Not quite Santa Claus. So just picture this with another month of growth. And don't forget, click the links down below. I will be putting links for this for supporting the channel. You can support the channel. It's $5 a month. You can purchase anything from the affiliate links down below. That helps support my work. Some of you watch it as a lifesaver. Some of you watch the shows and the videos as entertainment. I don't care how you watch it as long as you watch it. And as long as you like, subscribe, and share. I'd like you to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. You can see all the traffic here. I have a green arrow. Am I gonna make it? I am gonna make it. Yay. And you support the channel by clicking the links, and if there's anything there that that you like, some of the products that I use, like for instance, I'm doing there's a guy sending me a beard straightener, but a low heat beard straightener. Most of the beard combs, beard straighteners are too hot and damage the hair. You don't want to do that. You don't want to touch hot thermal tools to facial hair. You will ruin the structure of the hair. Listen to me. Many of you will end up having to shave off your beard because you jacked it up. Okay? Take my word for it. I do this all day. All day. Work with people. I will see you Monday on the Daybreak show. My email is gb@georgebruno.com if you want to sponsor a video or sponsor the Daybreak show. And I'm working out a sponsorship fee. I have a coffee company. I have a beard product company. There's a lot of companies that want to work with me. And I just can't have a million sponsors. So it would have to be a product or a service that is compatible with my branding and my identity. All right, let me just pull over real quick here rather than looking into the camera as I'm driving through the neighborhood. There's a lot of kids out getting ready to go to school. If you're going through something right now and you're having a hard time, male or female, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. There's a cloud over you. It's a storm. And storms, what do? They pass. When you're in the midst of it, it seems like it just seems like the storm will never, ever end. It does end, and it does get better. I'll see you soon. Thank you.